is my Father's world, and to my listening ears all nature.
I've got with me Graham McDonald. Graham's with the Cumbernauld congregation in Scotland. Graham, welcome.
Thank you, Mark. Good to be here.
How are things going at Cumbernauld?
Brilliantly. If God is to be given all the credit, absolutely incredible to see him at work in our particular congregation.
Oh, what kind of things do you have coming up at Cumbernauld?
Well, the main thing right now is, and the reason I'm in the United States is because of a fantastic opportunity to buy land. We've been looking for land for about 11, 12 years. We pretty much outgrown our building. We're limited to about 70 people. We pretty much fill it every week. We do all our youth work there. We do all our fellowship there. We just push the chairs to the side, bring them out with the tables if we're going to eat, push them all back to the side if we want to do activities. So we started looking for land, and it felt over the last 11 years that anything we looked at, it was just beyond us. We couldn't get it, we didn't want it, we didn't really understand why it was going on. We found a beautiful piece of land right on the interstate. I mean, we call them motorways in Scotland, but this is right in there. It's the second busiest road in Scotland. 80,000 cars go right by this plot. And when we looked at it, the guy was hoping for $4.5 million, as you would say in the United States. $4.5 million. We said, yeah, that's just the land, no services, nothing on it. We couldn't do that with the Lord's money. So we kept looking around. Eventually, the county, which owns most of the land, said, don't come back. Just go away and don't come back. And this guy ended up calling us about a week later and said, would you still buy the land? I'll let you have it for £300,000 with taxes. And that works out at about $450,000 when you figure the taxes and do the conversion. We couldn't believe it. It was a tenth of the price the guy wanted. He couldn't sell it to anyone else. We began to think maybe God didn't want anyone else to have it. So we had £30,000 saved up. We had our building. We have 2 acres of land that we don't need because of the sheer size of it. We thought we'll try and sell all that, and the money was saved, and we'll ask the congregation for another £30,000 to pledge that. Well, the congregation came back and pledged nearly £44,000, blew us away. A young boy in 12th grade said, whatever I earn on my shift, one of my shifts over the next season, still at school, everything I get, I'm aiming for $1,300 to put towards this. Great stories like that. Well, our bid's been accepted. Now we have to pay for the land by July 31st, and we have to raise a building on it. So the architect, who's a member of the church in another city, has said, aim for about $1.5 million to get the whole thing up and running. Well, there's a spirit to work. So we can do as much work as we can. We hope to reduce that, but we're here and we've done as much as we can financially. God has really provided for us, but we're reaching out to people here in the United States, brethren who just love the Lord and know about the work in Scotland or want to know more about it. This is a game changer for the church, not just in Cumbernauld. I think it changes everything for the church in Scotland. A big sign, Church of Christ, driving by it every day on your way to work. When you start to talk to people, yeah, I know you guys. I drive by your place every day. That's the kind of impact this can have for God in our communities.
Fantastic. If somebody's interested in learning more about this opportunity, who would they contact?
They can contact the Fayetteville Church of Christ in Georgia, in Fayette County, Georgia. And there are packs available, and they can reach us as well through that congregation, or I can give you a phone number if they ever want to phone us, or I could maybe leave you some information. We can add it into a website or something like that. But if they reach the Fayetteville Church of Christ, if they want to send anything to them, or if they just want to talk to me, I'd love to meet with anybody that would be interested to hear about what we're doing in Scotland.
Fantastic. Well, it's exciting to get to talk to you about the opportunities.
Thank you.
All the best for the brethren there in Scotland.
Thank you very much, Mark. God bless you. Thank you.
This is my Father's world, and to my listening ears all nature sings, and round me rings the music of the Spirit.